In Numbers 12, we see Miriam and Aaron speaking against Moses because he married a Cushite woman. I found out that Cush referred to Nubia and the Upper Nile region. The Cushites were described historically and biblically as regal and striking in appearance. Isaiah 18:2 talks about swift messengers, people tall and smooth-skinned, a people feared far and wide, an aggressive nation of strange speech. You might know about Ethiopia having the largest and oldest biblical canon that has been used continuously. They also have the oldest continuous Christian tradition and the oldest standing and continuously used churches in the world from the 300s. They actually anchor Christian history, and they are the only African country to resist colonization. So shout out to Kush. Back to what I was saying. The Kushites were instantly recognizable, even from a distance, because of their height and their dark skin. The Kushites were also repeatedly shown in scripture close to kings, never enslaved to them. So I believe these things made Miriam feel insecure because even though they were chosen by God, freed from slavery, they were not living like the Kushites. So she objects to the marriage, but her objection is not grounded in scripture. She questions God's authority by saying, does the Lord only speak through Moses? Don't he speak to us too? Miriam is called a prophet, so she had some kind of relationship with God, but in this situation, she was mixing spiritual authority with insecurity and envy. And God responds immediately by giving Miriam white skin. After 7 days, Moses intercedes and God restores her, but I want to take a moment to think about what that experience was like for her. Miriam was cut off from community. She had to fend for herself completely. She had no access to the resources from the camp. She would have had to find her own shelter from the elements. She might have even needed to defend herself from strangers or from animals. But most importantly, she was left all alone to reflect on the behavior that invited God's correction. Contrast that with people who experienced a permanent exile due to leprosy. Their isolation cultivated an environment that was basically defined by shame. These communities were likely to foster patterns of manipulation and rationalization, etc. Now back to Gehazi, or should I say Gehazi's descendants. They would have been born lepers, so they'd be in this environment from birth. And the behaviors Gehazi modeled, rationalizing greed, turning a blessing into profit, exploiting people's trust, those behaviors can scale and become institutionalized. Miriam's week brought about reflection and correction, but the traits of Gehazi's line, if left unrepented, would have formed a foundation for systemic exploitation. Remember what Prophet Elisha said,